Hi, I'm Jordan Moore. I'm one of the senior property finance consultants here at Prop, and we're going to be discussing what you'd use a bridging loan for.
Search prop.io. Property finance done properly.
Bridging finance is a versatile tool for investors, and in this video we'll be discussing the different ways you can use it. Okay, so a chain break is if you're purchasing a property and maybe your property falls through. So that breaks the chain. So you can't complete if your property has fallen through. That will delay the onward purchase, so your new home that you're buying. Whereas a bridging loan can kind of step in. So it can take a loan out on that person's house that they are trying to sell to stop that chain break situation happening, so they can still go on and buy that new home. And then they can sell their current home, they can find a new buyer. That could take another 3 to 6 months. And that bridging loan has stepped in for that chain break house to allow everybody to still complete on their new properties. Okay, so auctions usually very, very fast. 28 days from the hammer going down to completion. Usually at auctions, the hammer goes down, you exchange contracts. So as soon as you've done that, you're also tied in to buying that property. So we have to find finance to get you done within 28 days. So bridging, a lot of the lenders are very equipped to deal with the speed. There's some things that, unlike a mortgage, don't have to happen with bridging finance. It's only there for the short term, as bridging is made for, and people are either buying for just the speed and then they refinance onto a mortgage if there's no work that needs to be done on the property. Others, it's in really poor condition, so they don't just need the quick turnaround of the 28 days, they need to get the property into a ready lettable condition or ready sellable condition, and you kind of worry about the sale of property a bit later down the line. But a lot of it is the speed at which a purchase needs to be made. Okay, so a lot of normal mortgage lenders, a property has to be of a certain kind of state for it to be mortgageable. So it has to be classed as habitable, which isn't just a working kitchen and bathroom. It has to be of a condition that somebody could buy it. If a lender's talking about repossessing, they want to make sure that they have a house that can be sold or is ready to let if you're doing it as a buy-to-let property. Bridging steps in when those properties fall under that line. They're fully aware that properties aren't habitable, and that doesn't bother them because that's what they're there for. So our clients will buy a property that's uninhabitable with a bridging loan, do the work, get it to a habitable level, and again, they either, if it's their home that they're going to live in, residential mortgage. If it's a property they're going to rent out, it's a buy-to-let mortgage. Okay, so some of our clients sometimes kind of put all their eggs in one basket and maybe buy a property in cash. What happens is when they're doing up that property, another property comes along and they need to move quickly on it. If they've got their cash tied up in one place and they don't get that money unless they sold that property, a way that we can help them raise those funds to go towards a new purchase is by a bridging loan. So they can raise some funds on that potentially mortgage-free or finance-free property. That project is still ongoing, but it doesn't stop them from buying a new one because we've been able to raise the funds, and that means another project can continue rather than them having to wait for that property to completely sell, which could take months and months and months before they move on. They can juggle multiple properties in one go. Click the link below at prop.io to compare bridging, commercial and development rates in just one click.